What's going on, everyone? Looks like the head and shoulders top is starting to break down a little bit more. Watch for that neckline. Previous lows. So right there, look for also a bounce into resistance or into support, and maybe do a bearish retracement back to the previous break. Pretty big down day today, 61 points. So head and shoulders top, watch out below. Let's see what happens. Let's move on quickly. Oh, look at that breakdown. Oh, I didn't see that. Damn. Watch out below. Remember those steep lines of support are whacking right through, slicing right through. No problem. Now you can see the descending triangle broken through even previous lows into support. Covered the gap. I got previous highs at 23.37. If that doesn't hold, it'll come on down. See what happens. Wow. That is a rejection off the upside. I would hate to be holding the equities in the next 6 months. Damn, look at that. Woo! Closing on its lows, too. Oh yeah, the breakdown. That is a definite bearish candle on all three of those. And you can blame it on the Fed because they raised rates. So that's how it works. Yeah. And that's just the start. Watch out below, guys. Maybe move out of the way. Let things come down into support. That is a bearish encompassing pattern encompassing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20 days. Man. We got a couple more days for the week. A few more days for the week. But that daily candle is definitely bearish. Still above support trend. See if we can get some kind of a bounce into resistance one more time. Get the back and forth until it breaks down, making higher lows or lower highs, following the deadbeat downward trend line. Damn, that was a good rejection. Bam, bam. Let's check out that VIX. There it goes, climbing up, climbing up. The volatility is almost breaking out. I thought it would have broke out. Times are going to get interesting. Let's see this crude, see how we're holding up. Does not look healthy, as that's a nice steep incline. May have to turn the corner into support one more time, gather its legs, and try again. We do have reverse head and shoulders on it. That right shoulder may come in a little bit steeper, so I have to keep watching on that. So far on the daily, it got rejected on the 8. We do close, yeah. Looks like we're closing a hammer on the daily. Hammer daily, rejected once by the 8, came down in, made a higher low. Wonder how I figured out where the low was going to come in. Oh, maybe it was previous lows. Anywho's, nice hammer. We had a V bottom. Now we have the opposing point making a higher low. Let's see if we can get across that first line of resistance on crude. Weekly does not look good though. Weekly looks pretty like it's going to fall over. That looks like a very thin line of support going on right there. So watch out below. Nothing is guaranteed. Take out that reversal bar on the daily. Watch out for the downside. But same as usual, come down into a point, come into resistance, gather our legs, come across the 8, come back into support, hit that 13, come back into support, bust over, and take a ride. Shanghai. Yeah, the double back. Watch out for a flat top break coming in. It's almost there. Almost. Might have to gather its leg one more time because it got stopped out for the daily close. But that looks pretty healthy. Coming across, nice hammer off the support into resistance, come back into support. Had a little whipsaw going on, but now it's recovered. Watch out on the upside. I got a double top. This is a 2-bar reversal. It's coming down. Let's see if support will hold on the 10-year. And you can see that rejection now on that 2-bar reversal. Actually, not a 2-bar reversal. It's a, let me see if I figure this out here. Let's figure this out. Let's technically figure this out. All right, so it looks like we gapped into resistance here, closed all the way in. Had a bearish retracement back into resistance. Now it fell over, gapped down through previous lows. Bam! Came back, bearish retraced, missed the mark. Here's our resistance, and you can see the mark was missed. As a natural course of return is back into resistance. Bearish tones right there, double bearish. Should have known better. And did not hold the support line, came through, closing on its lows. Looks like it gapped up and closed in. We still have a line of support down here. I think it's a triple bottom on the daily. 1, 2, 3. So look for support lines to break or support. But we are working off of a double top now, coming from a triple bottom. So which is gonna be more powerful? I vote for the triple bottom being stronger, but this is coming from a top. This is a triple bottom from a top. Does that make sense? Triple bottom from a top. If the triple bottom was down at the bottom, then I would say, oh yeah, the triple bottom is more powerful. But we got a double top. And it is confirmed. Almost. Watch that triple bottom being taken out. See if it'll hold. Nikkei. Nikkei still in the pattern. Watch that price come into back and forth, back and forth, back and forth into support, resistance, and pop. Got a flat top break or a, it is an ascending triangle. We'll have to see because resistance got the best of it so far. Let's see if we can come back into support one more time to hold support, some kind of reversal bar down at the bottom of the chart. But other than that, nothing else to see, I think. Plenty of room to come back into support if it breaks down. For instance, I have the SMA 34, which is coinciding with previous lows and previous highs. So, will it come into support or will it keep on going on the flat top break? You can see the head and shoulders. Here's the left shoulder, the right shoulder. And that broke down. And we came into a double bottom, came through, made a lower high so far. Lower high on that line there. So, maybe lower high needs to close above previous highs to get momentum, keep going. But that's been in a range for a while. Trade outside that range. That pattern, price pattern. I got coal. Let's see if we have a reversal coming in. Plenty of room to come back into support, still holding off of that bounce. If it confirms and it doesn't come all the way back into support, I'm going to say it's double bullish. And right now on the daily, it doesn't look like it wants to come back into the rest of the room here. So it cut short, momentum, or the strength is bouncing before it reached a natural point of return, which means a little double bearish, double bullish. I had a 2-bar reversal, came back into a double bottom on a hammer. Came in, gapped up, came back into support. A nice little inverted hammer, almost perfect, right over support. Boom, came back into support one more time, Look for a previous high break. Is this this is building momentum on a daily chart. Take my opposing points, break through that line. I got higher lows, and I got a balance point coming through, break through. Looks like right now it's just gathering its legs. So bullish on coal all of a sudden. Oh, I think I was wrong on this one. I think that was building. We had a reversal bar. Came in, got rejected. Bam! Straight through. Looks like the whole market's getting the best. Got rejected right there. Last lines of support. Looks like it closed at support over here on previous highs, but the thing you have to notice is it's closing on its lows. That means the momentum's going to carry. Doesn't always carry. It could double back as a double bottom and whip right back through into the previous pattern. But probability says it broke previous lows, closed on its lows, and got rejected from a lower high. So there you go. It looks bearish all of a sudden. All of a sudden, encompassing quite a bit of candles previously. So maybe this is a higher low opposing point from the bottom. I don't know. Plenty of room to come back into support. I got previous lows and previous highs coming in. It looks bearish on that daily. See if weekly will hold. Gold. Good day on gold and silver. Let's get these things rolling. Come on. All right. Where are my lines at? That guy's going on. I got slow internet. So we had the head and shoulders top. We had the left shoulder, right shoulder, the head broke down, right? We made a lower high, came back into support, doubled back, and now here we are. Carry momentum through the line. Let's do it. Almost there. Almost. Weekly chart right there. You got the reverse head and shoulders. We got a head and shoulders top, and then we came down to a point making a reversal. Head and shoulders. Left, right. Let's draw that thing out. Oh, stop. Watch that flat top break. Bam, right over. Confidence. I got it right here. I got confidence for you. Let's do it. Everything else is coming down. It's our time. It's our time to shine. Here we go. Let's see. What do we got on the close? What's the hourly look like? Hourly looks like it might come back into support. We got a 2-bar reversal. Might need to come back in to gather its legs. I got a 2-bar reversal plus a falling star. So look for support. If support does not hold, watch out below into previous highs, previous lows. But we are building. That's only about, what is that? That's previous highs. 1242 break down into 1240. If 1240 doesn't hold, we got support line at the previous break at 1235. So we might see a half a day of bull crap coming back into support, but watch for reversal bars. Catch a ride. Buy the dips. Buy the dips. This is stair step into support whenever I get my lines in. Something's wrong with my internet, I guess. 60-minute closing on silver below. So it looks like it's going to come into support. So let's find out where that is. But that being said, I got previous high breaks at 1256 or 1757. Previous high breaks. More like 1750. Oh, we are at 1750. 1755. Let's keep changing it. 1755 into previous lows, about 1775. The previous lows corresponding with my major resistance support line and the middle of the wave. You can see the middle of the wave as it breaks down and comes back through, making the measured move. Let's see. Weekly close. Nice reversal. Let's clear things up a little bit. We need to get above 50% of the previous candle, breaking into previous lows. Let's carry momentum. Carry momentum right across that 34. Watch volatility just skyrocket. Yeah. Copper. Copper's doubling back again. That was a bearish retracement. Bam. Watch for previous low breaks. Damn you, copper. I need you running with the rest of us. Sorry about interrupted. Look for that balance point. You can see the previous high, previous low, previous lows. Watch that balance point break on the downside. Support has to hold. So far it's holding, but we broke down, came into resistance, and now that's the bearish retracement. Crossed the lines, into resistance, backed off, got rejected. Watch for previous low breaks. All right, real quick, let's look at these miners. GDX. Looks like they're reverse head and shoulders. Right shoulder closing above 50% of the previous candle. Watch a previous high break at, let's call it 24. GDX. Lots of stuff going on there. Look at our reverse head and shoulders, came back into support. Nice hammer. Let's take a previous high break at 38. Bam. Almost there, almost there. Nugget. Previous high break above the EMA 8. It's going to be a nice one. Let's just call it above 10. And JNUG. Bam, bam, bam. I got a left shoulder, head, right shoulder came in. Nice hammer. Look for previous breaks into previous lows. Right over that EMA 8. If we can close the weekly chart above that EMA 8, we'll get our momentum back and we might be able to shine. Let's take a look real quick at Bitcoin. Had a nice recovery. What's that? Bitcoin, $62 on the upside. Let's take a look at the hourly. I got a double top. Okay, it needs to gather its legs. So far it's holding previous lows or previous highs. Right here. If it breaks into previous highs, it could come back down into previous highs. Basically got a double top on the 60-minute. So it needs to come down to gather its legs. Got rejected. Rejected by the EMA 8 on the upside. That was a bearish retracement I was telling you about. That bearish flag. You can see that bearish retracement there. Those straight lines. It's a bearish flag. So keep your eye on that as it hits resistance and backs off and allows this thing to come back in. And I think ultimately I want to see, personally, I want to see, oh, come on man, let's get this thing going. I personally want to see a larger formation as this throwback comes back in and makes a nice handle. So just let this thing come back in. Slowly but surely, kind of like a stair step into support. Wherever that support is, looks like a bounce off the 13th so far. Bounce off the 13. Look for previous lows, breakdowns, as that looks like a bearish flag formation and a bearish retracement after the cross down. Bearish retrace back into resistance. I got the 8 crossing over through time. So the first hit, watch the first hit, come back into support, watch the second hit. Anything could happen, but right now I got a bearish pattern into resistance getting rejected. Bam, bam. Look for previous low breaks or previous low support line. But like I said, I want to see a very large cup and handle and see what happens. That would be badass. Looks like Cliff didn't have a good day, same as Steel. Breaking previous lows, closing on its lows. Again, same as Steel. It's an iron ore mining company. Came back into support. Let's see if support will hold. Let's see if we can get a double back here. And then it comes back into resistance, and then we have a head and shoulders top. So likely story. And AG. AG has some nice volume coming in off that bottom. We still need to break previous highs though. Let's get this week going. Here's the 2-bar reversal. We went over this. Came into resistance, made a spike low and shot put right into the next line. Came into support. Support held and popped over the 13 now. We got 13 line support. Let's bust into previous lows where it got rejected. Bust into the next previous lows. Pop over that 34, no problem. We got a bottom forming. And so far as just a slight opposing point. So can we make a trend? Yeah, but it's pretty steep. I'm looking for an opposing point. Maybe hit resistance and come back into support. I don't know. But watch for the opposing point to come in. Look for previous high breaks at 824. If we can get a nice punch into resistance, that would be pretty nice. Because this is a very short bottom, we need a longer term base. NAK came back into support. Broke through, now it's coming back in. I got a 2-bar reversal. Short-lived on that bounce, but again, we got to get that opposing point to find our trend. Nice J curve, we saw that coming. Nice J curve on that daily. USLV looks like it's being rejected by the 13, but hit it pretty solidly. Let's see. Let's look at some uranium, see how uranium's doing. URA got rejected, but making a double bottom. Let's see a return on this. Let's. It's closing on its low, so I'm not happy about that. But I got 2 lines of support here, 2 lines of support here. Let's see if we can get a double bottom out of this and make a double back tomorrow. UEC, double bottom here through, came back into support, so that looks like a little bit more healthy. UEC, watch for previous low breaks as it might carry, I don't know. Closing on its lows again. Oh, URRE. URRE's got a double bottom. Double bottom through resistance. I got a triple top here, right where the SMA is. Bam. It's building. It's building. I got a reversal bar here. And then I got a reversal bar right over support. Here. That's a nice long-legged doji right there. It broke it, confirmed it on the upside. Breaking into previous lows. Got rejected on these bodies. And this previous high here. These previous highs. So, it's building. That's good. That looks better than the other two. Ivanhoe. Looks like Ivanhoe had a little push right across that line. Look for a bullish retracement back into support. Might have a little push into resistance, making a lower high. Then it can come back in, making our pattern. So now we have a pattern. I'm thinking it needs a little bit more work for an opposing point. So what I'm saying is watch for a push into resistance or a double back into support. But that looks pretty good on the daily. Nice reversal bar, and it popped into resistance. Let's hold previous highs for support on the retrend. And I'm going to call it a day right there. Please share, like, and comment, as I'm going to have to rely on you guys a lot more because I don't think Google is having a good time. No one clicks on their ads anymore. People are turning away because of the fake news and the totalitarian information block where they issue the real news. No one else, you know what I mean? Which is a failing business plan. I don't know what these people are thinking. But anyways, I'll have to rely on you. Please follow me on Stimit, as I had 28 views yesterday on my Stimit post, and I got 13 cents. It doesn't seem like a lot, but compared to the 500 views on YouTube and the 40 cents, there's a bigger proportion of money to be made at Stimit. So I appreciate it if you follow me over there. That way I can earn a little bit out of these videos. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to, which will come that day. Be prepared. It'll come a time when I'm going to have to charge for my videos, because I do spend a lot of time on these things. I am starting a new channel for the Bitcoin alt currencies. If you want to follow me at Cryptocurrency Prices YouTube channel, and I will post those over at my Stimit channel. Follow me at Stimit at Rusty's Metals. You can find me very easily that way. But don't fret, it won't be that much for a video. I'm planning on, I've been kicking it around for a while. I'm planning on charging for the weekly updates and the monthly updates and the mining stock overviews. The daily views will stay the same, but don't fret, it's not going to be a lot of money. I just want a cup of coffee out of it, you know what I mean? And a lot of times you won't need to pay for it, but I do need to make some time from these videos. It takes a lot of time to do these stupid things. So, anywho's, appreciate every one of you. And please share, like, and comment. I have to rely on you guys. I don't think YouTube is promoting my stuff very well at all. So I'll see ya.